Record. All right, we're recording. Team call, November 27th.
Hello, coaches. So welcome to our team call Tuesday, November 27th. Like Mark said, we are super excited to have you with us and can't wait to get started with the call.
Just going to preempt this with, I had oral surgery, was it yesterday?
I think so.
Yesterday morning, actually Friday and yesterday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So if I start to slur or
I
may have to stop talking, and Natasha will have to do a lot of the talking tonight. All right. I'm a little swollen. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. Okay. SC earners. Let's look at the leaderboard for this week. This week we got Natasha, woohoo, SC10. Jen Quist hitting SC10 again this month. I think she missed it last month, but she got it again this month. She got it first month, I believe. Yeah, there's somebody at 8. Crystal hitting at 2.
Yay.
Only 2 more to get that SC5, 2 more to help, and same with Diana Morrison at 2.
Great job.
2 more, you're hitting SC5, guys. And remember, everyone that hit SC, at least 1 SC point this month, you guaranteed yourself a step for Transform 20.
Yes.
All right? So you will be receiving an email at some point from corporate, letting you know how to get that step and guarantee your step. All right, so tonight's, hold on. Talking about SC20, remember, it's coming up December 4th.
SC20?
Sorry, Transform 20. I'm dreaming SC20.
It's all the meds.
Don't make me laugh. It hurts. Transform 20, everything's dropping 12/4, December 12th. That is 1 week away.
December 4th.
December 4th. Sorry.
You stop talking.
Thanks.
Poor guy.
Yeah. A little distracted by pain. So December 4th. Sorry, I'll focus. Funny enough. Focus T25 Transform 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1 week today. I would suggest that from today on, every single day, you have at least 1 post or 1 story that attracts people to getting into your Transform 20 information group or our information group, or connects with them, gets an email, starts a conversation, anything, every single day up until that day of launch. You should be doing something in stories on Instagram or Facebook.
Inviting every single day. And what is actually working for me really well is personally inviting by private message to people very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Instagram seems to be doing wonders right now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into the nitty gritty of tonight.
So this call is actually something I wanted to share with
I need water. You talk.
Share with you guys for a while. It's one of my favorite calls that Angie Belmar did with us at a Super Saturday a year or so ago. And I just wanted to share it with you guys because I know you wanted to talk more about posting, and this is a great way to kind of talk about posting, your social media, and your brand. So we're going to teach you how to share the real you on social media, and of course, consistently, and having fun, because that is absolutely key. So, sorry, I don't know how to move the slides.
That's all right. That's why I'm here.
Okay, so if you want to see these slides, please go to bit.ly/BU branding. Make sure they're capital B's or it will not work.
Right.
So you can have these for yourself. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about. First, we're going to talk about creating your brand, then style your perfect profile. This is more for Instagram for her, but this could be Facebook too. Know where to share, find your kind of people, speak to and sign up future challengers, attract and invite your future coaches. The first, of course, is let's style your profile. You know, what are your hobbies? What are your interests? What are your passions? What do you do in your daily life, right? You need to share you in your daily life as it's happening. It's very, very, very important. Why? Because people want to get to know who you are. They don't care necessarily about, you know, glitz and glam all the time. They want to know the real you.
And they don't necessarily always want to know about nutrition and exercise, right?
Exactly.
Because really, your brand is not about the programs. Your brand is not about the nutrition plans. Your brand is not about a new fancy step coming out for Transform 20. your brand is you,
Yeah.
right? You are really sharing everything about you. And that's why this slide's important, right? What makes you you is what you need to be sharing about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, motivation is next on this list. And I just want to talk about motivation just a tiny bit. Motivation is wonderful to share with people, you know, being inspiring, being loving to people, telling them how great they are is great, but telling people how great they are is not going to get them to want to like sign up right away with you to do a program. Motivation, it helps people feel good, but again, it's not something you want to be sharing day in, day out. You want to just sprinkle the motivations in.
Right. It's one of the eight topics.
Exactly.
Right. So you want to mix all 8 of these topics into your post.
And the next is skills. What are you good at? Do you love painting? Do you play dodgeball, baseball? Like, what do you do? What do you love? You know, that's interest. That's your skills. What are you good at? Share that. Are you an accountant? Share that you're great at numbers. Whatever it is, there's people, and that goes into attracting your tribe. And we'll talk about that. Share your family, share your kids, share what you're doing, share
your pets.
Your pets.
If you're a pet mom,
your
if you're
fur
fur
babies. Share them. People love fur babies. And your fears. You know, Mark, what's one type of fear that you would share online?
Well, I don't know if it would be one type of fear, but being vulnerable.
Yes.
I see. I don't even think fear should be there. I think it should read something like "be vulnerable," because always posting how amazing you are, how amazing life is, what amazing things you're doing, all the amazing trips you go on, all the amazing stuff you do. And I use amazing because you use amazing.
I use amazing all
the time. And you know, taking the other side of that coin and presenting it to people is so valuable. Showing people that you are vulnerable and you are just like them is just as valuable as those 7 other topics here.
That's right.
It's just as important as showing your daily life passions, interests, motivation, skills, and family. All right. So go for it.
So next is let's style your profile. And what I love about what Angie's showing you here is that she's showing 4 things that she loves. She absolutely loves dumbbells for working out. She doesn't say workout or beach body. She says dumbbells. She loves dreaming dreams. Maybe it's going to a tropical destination, whatever her dreams may be. She loves Disney. If you don't know her, like loves Disney, and she talks about that in his YouTube videos on that all the time.
She has an entire Disney room.
She does.
Yeah.
And then she loves donuts just as much as Disney. And she shares that. And what I love about her is that her branding is very bright. I like the whole bright vibe. Right. And I think you have to go with what works for you. What do you want? First of all, who do you want to attract? Do you want to attract people who love bright, who love colors, who love donuts? What is it that you want to attract to your tribe? Not only your challengers, but of course your future coaches.
But not only that, like obviously bright pictures attract the eye.
That's
right.
right.
It's really that simple. You know, using a lot of whites, using a lot of color, using a lot of brights. We used to use the good old drama filter from what was it, Snapseed.
Yeah.
And man, when those show up in my memories, I just cringe.
Yeah.
Now. And you know, we've totally turned to using the pictures from the Samsung and brightening everything up,
natural
making
photos.
everything very bright and white and just natural. Yeah.
If that's your vibe, of course. And
right.
I can tell you, if you really want to liven things up, it's time to get a ring light. That will definitely brighten your photos up. And if it is on the Christmas list.
I've been good too.
And if you do not have one, please, if you're going to take photos, make sure you have a window in front of you, not behind you.
All right. I'm going to go back to that just for one second. Now, these 4 things that Angie puts here, like I can tell you because we've talked with Angie personally. We've sat down, we've had dinner with her. She's an extremely genuine person.
Yeah.
And the things that she puts in her stories, in her Instagram, she does YouTube videos, which are great. I'm not saying go and do those. Those are just one of the other things that she does. And it's not even Beachbody related, but she's very, very genuine.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what we've always tried to do from day one. So it's kind of a nice compliment to see that that's what works.
Yeah.
Being genuine about your life and being genuine about the things you love.
Yeah.
All right.
And then what is normal about you? What's really key is being absolutely who you are. And, you know, I think when we first start coaching, we feel or think we have to be these other types of people, this alter ego, in order to be who we think these people want us to be. And in fact, it's this whole opposite.
So yeah, so what really we have here is two sides, right, of the coin. Is what's normal about us and what have you overcome.
Yes.
So what she's listed here are some things like what makes you relatable, how did the old you think, what gets you excited, and what is your biggest excuse.
Yeah.
So, you know, she calls herself fur baby mom, Disney nerd, donut lover.
Yeah.
What would be you? Like, what would be you?
Travel freak.
Right.
Love travel.
Right.
Yes.
So that's what makes you relatable, right?
Love traveling. I'm a mom of 10 different kids with all different ages.
I'm making me laugh.
5.
Yeah, and yeah, okay. So then, what makes you unique? What struggles have you gone through? What inspired you today? What are you most scared to share? And see, that's being the vulnerable part, right? So, skinny to strong, lost grad to girl boss, meaning she didn't graduate,
yep.
And health issues, right? She's had those. She's had a plethora of health issues. We're not going to go into that. That's not our story.
Yeah.
All right, but you know, these are just a great. You know, everybody knows. Remember the pros and cons list that we've always done. This is kind of similar about that, except it's not pros and cons of doing it. It's, you know, the good stuff, the happy stuff, the inspiring stuff, and then the vulnerable stuff. Really.
Yeah.
All
now
right.
this is so important.
And this lends to
slide,
being genuine. Right?
This next slide: document, don't create. And this, I think, is probably the biggest key to posting. When you're going to post, and I know as a new coach, and I actually didn't realize this till probably a year ago. When you're going to post, you cannot, it's not a creating thing. If you're going to sit there and create a post, it could take you an hour because it's not as genuine.
And if it takes an hour,
don't
scrap it.
Scrap it.
Yeah.
Document your daily life. I woke up today and I was feeling like what? And why were you feeling that way? And how did you overcome it if it was something that wasn't, you know, very happy or positive? You know, I think it's really important. Yes, we can sprinkle in, of course, our team posts and those types of things. But if you ever notice, some people, they document their whole day through their stories, right? Through your Instagram stories. You have to also do that on your Facebook, obviously on a much smaller scale with a more detailed written post. And that's being vulnerable, and that's just documenting, you know, who you are and how your life is. And I think that's really important. And that's what keeps the fun in coaching, because if you're always trying to create something that isn't genuine or isn't there, it removes the fun, and then you don't really want to document anymore. So I think that's really important.
Cool.
How to find your people, your future rock stars. 100% be you. Keep the fun, document, don't create. Unfiltered you, go live, share your stories, share all of your stories.
Now, posts on Facebook, posts on Instagram are obviously like if you think of the pyramid, right? The foundation of it.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, 1 to 3 posts a day.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, we're getting closer to like 1 to 2 posts a day.
Yeah.
I think we've been posting a little bit more lately. I don't know why. It just happens. It comes and goes.
Because we're
documenting. It could be a 1 post a day.
Yeah.
It could be a 3 posts a day.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? It's just what we have to talk about, really. And right now, of course, for Transform 20. Yeah, we have a few more posts to go with a day, or we have at least 1 transform. Anyways, my point to this is, you have your single post a day, or 1 to 3 posts a day for Instagram and Facebook, and then there's going live, of course, right? So you can go live on Instagram, you can go live on Facebook. That's the next step up, and then you have your stories, which is really at the peak of it, because those are the shortest, they're the smallest, and they're generally at the top of everybody's list these days.
You can do them quick.
Because attention spans, right?
Yeah.
They're growing shorter and shorter. Social media, people just want to tap and go. So stories are so important now. So work your way down, right?
Yeah.
Stories, live, post.
Yes.
All right.
Be real. Help first.
Absolutely.
Don't
Everyone
sell.
else.
You need to lead with love, and you need to remember people are really going through hard stuff. Just like maybe, how you were afraid to join, they're afraid too. So lead with love, add value, share. Do not push the sale.
Right.
And I don't mean give up as soon as they say, oh no, I don't think I can do it, I'm afraid. That's not what I mean. Continue the conversation to find out their fear and ease their fear. But what I mean is, don't just sell them. Don't just be like, hey, you want to join my group? No. Well, why not? Right?
Well, really speaking to one person. If you probably, we had that discussion or that call about inviting, right? Sending out X amount of invites a day until you get that one return, right? We always talk about that 1 in 10 rule. When you get that one person, spend time with them.
Yep.
Connect with them. Speak to them, right? And when I say speak, I say very emphatically, because I'm not saying tell them about your challenge group, right? I'm not saying tell them that, challenge packs are $166 this month, they're $20 off. I'm saying speak with them, learn about who they are. Being their ideal coach is being someone who cares and leads with love. Yeah. Right. And we are really discovering that over time, right? Because
really lately.
Really lately a lot. Like, I honestly, when I start connecting with people lately, I don't even talk about the program. I ask about them. I ask about their needs. I ask about their wants. Hell, I was talking to somebody today about kids. Yeah. Just about her kids. Yeah. She told me, she responded to the one post I did today, and I sent her a quick message, thanks for the response. And she went right into it. She's like, listen, I don't know if I have time for this because I lead a busy life and I have 3 kids. I'm like, yeah, I know how you feel. I have 5 kids. How old are your kids? What are their names? Oh, one has a birthday coming up. Oh, that's great. We just had birthdays too, and yada, yada, yada. We talked.
And that's being your ideal coach. Yeah. That's being specific and speaking to one person. Don't jump from person to person.
Yeah. And you know what? I haven't even talked to her about the challenge pack yet. We're going to have a call on Thursday. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
All right.
To ease her fears.
Right. How to speak to your future challengers. So this is the actual posting.
So this is the actual posting part. If you
read this stuff, please. My job.
Okay. So she writes, I dare you to spend 45 minutes at the gym and sweat this much. Fully Asylum. The graduate program of the hardest workout ever put on DVD. So I guess that makes Insanity, the Asylum, even harder. What about Insanity, the Asylum Volume 2? I was due for a good sweat, and oh man, did I get it. 425 calories gone. Took a 45-minute break from work. That's including my 5-second travel time to the gym, aka my living room. Pressed play. Now I'm done. Fast, effective, excuse proof. And this is a hidden invite, just waiting for somebody.
Can I talk I'll talk a few points about this. Okay, number one, this is from 2 years ago.
Yes.
Angie would probably never drop names of a program now.
No.
And that's what we also suggest not doing. But yeah, I love
amazing post.
It's a great post because it talks about, it talks about the program first. It gives a time, right? Quick 45 minutes at the gym, she says first off. And then she goes back later about, the gym being her living room.
And work. Right? Her work. She's taking a 45-minute break from work, and it was only 5-second travel because she works from home and she works out at home. And who would not want that?
And again, the picture, nice and bright. Yeah. It's her smiling, looking into the camera, right?
Yeah. Okay, how to invite your future challengers. Strive to be strong, not skinny. Not all transformations are about losing weight. Stop focusing on all the numbers you see on your food and on the scale and simply focus on you. I no longer let calories define how my day is going to go. I don't live my life counting calories, weighing food, or restricting on my choices. And I certainly do not dwell on the number on the scale, nor do I, etc. I am launching my 21-day boot camp September 29th. I'm only accepting 10 people. That's the invite part. You guys can look at this.
Yes, this
just a minute.
Yeah.
So. What I really love about this is that she's literally talking about what we do, right? We don't count calories. We don't weigh our food, and we have a huge list of foods we can eat. That's literally all she's saying, exactly what we do. And that's what you need to be sharing. And what I think is, and what I've been through myself is, when I was so busy creating posts, I wasn't actually thinking about the things I'm doing on the daily that people want to hear about, the real stuff. I'm not weighing my food. I don't count calories. You know, I have a huge food list to pick from. It's not restrictive. It's quite simple. And sometimes we just have to break it down that simply for people to understand what it is we are doing. Sorry,
Cool.
go ahead.
No, that's great.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because she tells a whole bunch of facts and then she hits with an invite.
Invite, yeah.
Absolutely. And it gets it right out there.
Yeah.
Cool.
How do you attract your future coaches? Honest posts. I seriously, for the longest time, used to think that I had to have a ton of money and all the time in the world to start my own business. And therefore, I just didn't bother until something clicked. Well, that's kind of how everybody feels, right? I think so.
Yeah, when I started the gym,
yeah,
it cost a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know that these things are available to us, and people don't know unless we tell them. I never really stopped to think about how much time it would realistically take. I was busy, like really busy, fresh out of university, on the job hunt, working full time, doing something that didn't fuel my soul.
Yeah.
I was tired, broke, and lacked epic amounts of energy.
Okay, so right there, she's already crushed how many objections, right? Because she's already saying, you know, yeah, she was just out of university, right? She's on a job hunt. She's working full time.
She has no money.
Yeah, she's tired, broke, and lacked energy.
Yeah,
but she's still
she did it.
doing it, right?
But I was on a mission. I refused to be that girl that let life pass her by and never really contributed. I wanted to create something that mattered to me and to my little family. I didn't want my husband to do all the heavy lifting alone. I wanted to contribute, so I set out a plan.
Beautiful.
It's something that we just sometimes don't think about because, again, we're so busy creating and not documenting.
So this post is more of a curiosity
marketing
post. There is no invite to it. It's just giving information and it's piquing interest.
Yeah. How to invite your future coaches. For a long time in my life, I couldn't figure out which direction I was meant to go. Opportunities were presented to me, but I was quick to discount them due to mainly fear of failure, fear of being tricked, fear of change.
Again, tackling objections.
I knew something was missing in my life, but I wasn't quite sure how to fill that void. Here's what I did know. I wasn't feeling fulfilled. I didn't want to, and then it's cut off, but you can understand where she goes with that. And then she says, this is your sign. 2015 was a big year for our team of coaches. In a network of nearly 360,000, we ranked in the top 20. This year, we are gunning for top 5. This month, I'm looking for 15 people that are interested in learning more with a 5-day free behind the scenes look into what it is we as coaches on Team Upward do. Okay. Sorry.
So basically there, you know, we can leave out obviously all the number stuff there, but there's the invite again, right? This month I'm looking for 15 people that are interested in learning more with a 5-day free behind the scenes.
Yeah.
See, and that's very similar to what we do. We do the 1-day or the 3-day sneak peeks. I absolutely love the way the wording she uses for sneak peeks, by the way, behind the scenes. And she's used a couple of other ones that we love too.
Yeah, she's really good. What I really do want to just kind of say is you should definitely be taking advantage of our free sneak peek groups, whether it's the info groups or the coach sneak peeks. They are really, really important. And as a new coach, they will help you, get your business up and going and running.
And it's one less thing you need to do.
Exactly.
Put your people in there. We'll get them the information. And of course, stay in contact with them.
Yeah.
All right.
The more you like yourself, the less you will like anyone else, which makes you unique.
Well, the less you are like anyone else.
Less you're
not the less you will like anyone else.
My mouth is so dry.
The more you like yourself, the less you are like anyone else, which makes you unique. And of course, that's from Walt Disney.
And of course, she's at Walt Disney eating a donut.
Yeah. So there you go. Here, I'll stop the share here. And yeah, so just to wrap it up, you're posting every day, keep it unique, keep it about you, and stick to those 8 fundamental topics that we talked about there. You know, skill, family, your vulnerability, fears, and the other ones that were included in there. And if you need to, go back to what is it, bit.ly/be your branding.
BU
branding.
Capital B.
Capital B, capital Y, capital B.
No capital Y.
No capital Y. Go back and look at it.
Yeah.
It's not important. All right. And that just about wraps it up. Thank you for joining us.
Yay.